Alright guys, today we have the Christmas shooters. Look at our nice little Christmas hats. Got me, Noah, and Evan. And today we're just going to function test and maybe blow up some stuff with this Rock Island Armory 1911 chambered in 22 TCM. And we might switch the spring in the barrel a little bit later and just do some 9mm shooting, see if it works.
The 22 TCM.
I bought this used. I got it cheap. I got it for $3.99, something like that. So I'm hoping it all works. If not, I'll have to work on it a little bit or something. But pretty excited to test this out. So here we have some, I believe they're 40 grain, and they're Armscore branded ammo. It's Armscore branded ammo.
I was able to pick up this ammo at the local shop.
I like to nosedive with that little neck on them.
Oh yeah? Well, hopefully it works.
Well, like when they're up at the top, they're fine, but when you're trying to load them, like that one just like dives down and it likes to catch the back of the cartridge.
All right, here we go. Safety. That is a loud gun.
Yeah.
Man, for a small bullet, it sure makes an impressive fireball. The 22 TCM is a proprietary cartridge developed by Fred Craig and Rock Island Armory. It is based off the 5.56 NATO cartridge with the case cut down so that the shoulder is at approximately the same length as the 38 Super cartridge.
So function good. Seems like that round is moving pretty fast. You want to shoot it?
Yep, 22 TCM, 40 grains.
Second mag through the gun. At least from us.
Since I bought mine used, there were 3 extra magazines included in the box, which were aftermarket magazines marked 38 Super. I didn't bring any of those to test them to see if they would feed properly or not.
What do you think?
The recoil on it's not bad at all, but it is loud. Like even through the earplugs, I can hear my ears ringing a bit.
Yeah, it's super loud.
But yeah, it's fun.
Okay, so we saw the little silver on the steel targets and we wanted to just double check to make sure these aren't going too fast to damage the steel. They do have a lead hollow point, so I don't think it would damage it, but it is going faster, so let's bring this up. You can see it looks like divots, but it's not really.
Yeah, I think that's just the lead squishing.
Yeah, the lead squishing. If there are any divots, they're very, very shallow. So, same on here. Yeah, can't even. So that's good news.
My son Noah, who is around 12 years old, wanted to shoot the 22 TCM handgun also. Since it is a low recoiling handgun, we figured, why not? Noah is new to handgun shooting, so I had to give him some instruction on how to shoot handguns, like how to place his hands and how to hold onto the gun. And as with all things, the more he practices, the better he'll get.
Okay, and you pull this back and then let go. Let go. No, you gotta, okay, let go. So, when you pull this back, you gotta let it go like that. Okay. And that's how it goes and it pushes the bullet forward and loads it. If you like pull it back and then slowly put it forward, then it's not gonna work, okay? Okay. So retry. So, it has these cutouts right there. Grab that. Yeah, it's good. Okay. Nice. Nice. Sweet. Okay, you're out. You hit it all 5 times, I think. Good job. So tell Evan what you think. Does it kick very much?
Not that much.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Do you want one for Christmas? All right, now we're just gonna show like how fast you can do follow-up shots. I'm gonna try and shoot 5 milk jugs right there, just because of the low recoil and everything. So here we go. A little bit of missing there.
All right, I'm not as fast as Taco, but I'll do my best.
Nice.
That one bounced good.
Okay, good.
The 22 TCM is usually chambered in handguns and usually of the 1911 variety. It is similar to the 5.7 cartridge in that it trades bullet mass for higher velocity and lower recoil.
Its recoil is like, it feels very much like 22, but
it's
up.
A big concussion.
Yeah. But like when you see it hitting the still, you can see the still just like even these swingers, right? It's like you're shooting it with the 22.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like it's weird because it has a different kind of energy. Like it's fast, tiny and fast, like a 17 HMR type thing. So I can't even flip the paddle.
Yeah.
Because of the tiny bullets, the 22 TCM fails to impress when you're shooting steel targets and trying to flip paddles. It is, however, a very fast and flat shooting pistol cartridge.
Nice.
It seemed to be quite accurate too.
Shooting him in the balls.
But to show one of its strengths, the velocity, we decided to blast some milk jugs and shoot a couple in slow motion to see what it does.
Nice. The one at, is that 50 yards?
Yeah. I'm surprised it actually moved it.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
3, 2, 1. Well, that got me over here.
Yeah, it got me too.
Even though the 22 TCM appeared quite anemic when I kept trying to flip that hostage target paddle, it was quite the opposite experience when shooting the milk jugs.
2, 1.
Having the lead-tipped hollow points probably made the jugs explode even better. I believe those 40 grain projectiles are moving just over 2,000 feet per second in the 1911, which is quite impressive in a handgun. For the pragmatic people among us, you may see no need for a gun that has no real distinct purpose. Does a 22 TCM have any pragmatic purposes? Well, I could see this cartridge being used potentially for small game or varmint type hunting purposes. I could also see how the 22 TCM would get the job done if hunting squirrels, rabbits, varmints, etc. But I'm not sure I would use it for personal defense. Maybe. But I'd probably prefer my double stack Glock 9mm over a single stack 22 TCM. The real purpose that I see when shooting this loud, fast cartridge and handgun combination is that it is accurate, has very little recoil, blows up milk jugs very well, gives a great fireball without wrecking your wrists, and finally, is super fun to shoot. One of the bonuses of this Rock Island Armory 1911 chambered in 22 TCM is that it came with a 9mm barrel and recoil spring. Those are the only two parts you need to swap in order to go from shooting 22 TCM to regular old 9mm ammo.
Okay, now just for testing, these are my light plinker load. It's, I believe, 3.5 grains of HP 35 with a 133 grain bullet. So it's just a really light plinker. Let's see if it has enough oomph to work in this gun right here. Okay. So the light blinker load works. Now let's try some. These are ones I loaded up last night. They are from a new NOE mold. It's the 147 grain mold. And these are loaded up with 3.6 grains of HP 38. And they are going about 990 feet per second. Got it. Woo! Okay, the NOE 147s. Woo! You want to shoot it?
Sure.
Okay. All right, Evan is shooting the
Rock Island in 9mm now.
Okay.
Whoop.
Just barely.
That's not bad at all. The trigger on this is like, it feels like whoever had it before you worked on it a bit. Because it feels really light when I was pulling it earlier. Like it feels like it's just barely. That's what a lot of people tend to do though when they're trying to learn gunsmithing, is they'll like buy the guns, work on them, and then sell them.
Sell them after they make mistakes?
Yeah. Well, usually they don't. Sometimes you get the people that have done really bad jobs, but that's what I was looking at earlier, is like it feels like it's been worked on and fiddled with, but it doesn't have any hammer. It doesn't release when you're pushing on it or pulling on it.
Yeah.
Well, folks, all in all, I'm very happy with this gun that I bought for a price paid of $399 and the ability to switch from 22 TCM with just switching out two parts, the recoil spring and barrel, to go from 9mm to 22 TCM. The Rock Island Armory 1911s are kind of no frills handguns, and this one just, I don't think we had any function issues the whole time that we shot it. And we did put quite a few more rounds downrange than what I showed in the video. But I do like how the 22 TCM is a low recoil cartridge. I mean, Noah was able to shoot it without any problems, and for starting out shooting handguns, it's actually not that bad of a cartridge to start out with. And also, just switching it to the 9mm and having, a heavier frame handgun, that worked pretty well also. I mean, the 9mm didn't even have very much recoil, because this is like a full-size 1911, and this weighs quite a bit. So the combination of the heavy gun and the flawless feeding and firing, I'm pretty happy with it. So hopefully I should have some 22 TCM reloading videos at some point. It's not, I want to do it, but it might be a little while before I get around to it. So I need to empty out my brass first, because I have all that loaded ammo. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and hope you had a good Christmas, and I hope you have a Happy New Year. I got a Christmas card from somebody. Sounds extra special, if you know what I mean.
Happy New Year! Glitter bomb from Uncle Jim.